Have you ever wanted to know how gay your city feels? No? Well, that's just too fucking bad, isn't it? Congrats to my friend's wife for giving me this idea. I don't remember exactly how it came about, but she was like, this would be a good idea. And I was like, yeah, that'd be a good idea. And then I forgot about it for a month. But we're doing it today, baby. What I've done is I've gathered the 50 most populated cities in the United States, and I am going to rank them all on this tier list. The options we have are going to be flaming for when it's super fucking gay, pretty gay for when it's an average amount, bit fruity for when there's like a couple undertones, straight for if it's not gay at all, and then last one should be self-explanatory. I should say I'm doing no research into these cities. I'm not looking up if it's like in a blue state or a red state or what the political situation is or what the LGBT population is. I am going entirely off of vibes. So if I miss the mark on one of the cities, good. I hope I get even more wrong. I hope you live in one of the cities I got wrong, and I hope it keeps you up at night. So without any further ado, let's get this shit going. Number 1, New York. New York is pretty flaming, I would say. They seem generally like one of the more progressive areas to be in, so it makes sense that they'd be not homophobic at least. I'll put it in pretty gay. I feel like it is very gay, but I have seen gayer. Speaking of, Los Angeles. Y'all are flaming. I'm pretty sure every city on this list that's in Southern California, I'm just gonna give flaming. So, have that in mind. Number 3, Chicago. This is the first one on this list I've actually been to before, and I would say it's a bit fruity. It's not like in your face level gay, but there was some gay shit going on there. Number 4, Houston, Texas. I'm teetering between straight and homophobic, but I know that there's gonna be some more homophobic places down the line, so I'm gonna give this one a straight. Houston definitely gives me like, you don't fuck with me, I don't fuck with you vibes. Phoenix, Arizona. That's a good question, actually. I didn't realize that Phoenix was that big. Jesus Christ. I'm on a crossroads. On one hand, I want to go with my gut instinct of saying straight, but on the other hand, I kind of want to go with pretty gay because, not a lot of gay people get a lot of action, and it's pretty dry down there. Let's do straight. Number 6, Philadelphia. I have a friend who lives in Pennsylvania, and he's very gay. Regardless, just because of that alone, I'll give it a pretty gay. Number 7, San Antonio. Flaming. That's 100% flaming. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I knew a couple people in San Antonio, and apparently it's like a fucking anomaly in Texas. Dallas, Austin, and Houston to me all have like straight or homophobic vibes. But San Antonio feels like where musical theater kids go. Number 8, San Diego. Flaming, obviously. Number 9, Dallas. Dallas kind of gives me homophobic vibes. I don't know, I can't exactly articulate why Dallas itself is homophobic and not Houston. I don't know. It feels weird. Am I out of frame a little bit? I'm gonna move over. There we go. Number 10, Austin. Just the name Austin alone sounds homophobic, so we'll go with that. Number 11, Jacksonville, Florida. Well, it's in Florida, so homophobic. San Jose, California, flaming. Fort Worth, Texas. That's an interesting one. I don't think I've ever even heard of Fort Worth in my life. I am gonna cheat a little bit. Let me look at the Wikipedia page for Fort Worth. Fort Worth is the location of the Van Cliburn International Piano Competition. Yeah, it's pretty gay. I had something covering up the VR chat screen for the last, 5 cities that I read. So we're just gonna go rapid through these again before I lose brain cells. Columbus, Ohio. Ohio may be an anomaly, but I know a couple fruity people there, so it's a bit fruity. Charlotte, North Carolina. I actually went to North Carolina when I was 11, back when I was under the hopeful illusion that I still liked women, so I wasn't really picking up on any gay or homophobic undertones, so I'll just say straight. 16, Indianapolis, Indiana. The name sounds a little bit fruity, so we're gonna say a bit fruity. San Francisco, California. Ain't that obvious? Seattle, Washington. Seattle's interesting to me. I think I would say a bit fruity. It kind of resonates me as a place where there's a lot of gay people, but there's also a lot of homophobic people, so I guess the shit kind of tilts depending on where you are. Denver, Colorado. I'm not certain, actually. I think I only know one person who lives in Denver, and I don't think that's enough to gauge, but it gives me the idea to say Denver, hardly know her. So we're just gonna put that in flaming. Number 20, Oklahoma City. I actually have a couple friends who live in Oklahoma, and from what I've heard, Oklahoma is actually a bit gayer than I thought. If we're going off of vibes, then let's keep it on vibes. Oklahoma City strikes me as pretty gay. Nashville, Tennessee. Nashville, Tennessee strikes me as straight, but not homophobic. Or at the very least, it's in the closet. Actually, no, I'm gonna switch that to bit fruity. You don't become a central hub for people trying to make it in the music industry without being at least a little bit gay, right? El Paso, Texas. I'm gonna give that a straight. I don't really have any other commentary. I've never heard of that place. Washington, D.C. I mean, I guess it kind of depends on who's the leader at that certain point. Let's go straight. We'll go straight. Las Vegas. Oh, flaming. 100% flaming. The actual state is probably a different question, but Las Vegas itself, dog, come on. Boston, Massachusetts. I've been in Boston before, and I've never really felt one way or another, to be honest. Definitely not homophobic, definitely not flaming. I would probably put it in, let's go with straight. Let's play it safe. Portland, Oregon. Oh, that's 100% flaming. I would be more surprised if it wasn't flaming. I don't know what the political system there is like, but I do know that a lot of people there are very passionate about progressive goals. Louisville, Kentucky. Well, it's Kentucky, so I'm tempted to just say homophobic right out the gate. You know what, we're gonna cheat again a little bit, actually. What happens if I click Louisville? Named after King Louis of France. Okay, no, yeah, homophobic. Memphis, Tennessee. I go with straight. Detroit, Michigan. I want to say homophobic. I don't know why. That's the vibe. I know Detroit in recent years has turned itself around and tried to become a tourist destination, but I don't know. I always have the view in my head of it just being a terrible place to live. Yeah, homophobic. Baltimore. Maryland? Why is Maryland abbreviated as MD? We'll call it a bit fruity. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Well, with a name like Milwaukee, I automatically want to say homophobic. Albuquerque, New Mexico. I can't really get a read on Albuquerque because I've only heard about it in Looney Tunes. Let's see what you got for us, Albuquerque. Albuquerque is a hub for technology, fine arts, and media companies. Okay, I'd say a bit fruity. You can't be into fine art without being a little bit homosexual. Sorry, I don't make the rules. Tucson, Arizona. Tuxedo. The name gives me fruity vibes. Let's say pretty gay. Fresno, California. Is Fresno in South California or North California? Oh, it's close to San Jose. All right, flaming. Sacramento, flaming. Mesa, Arizona. Straight. Kansas City, Missouri. I have a friend who moved away from Kansas City. I think I have a friend who moved into Kansas City too. God damn. Both of them are LGBT in some way, so I guess it kind of cancels out. So I'll just go straight. Atlanta, Georgia. I don't even know, what's Atlanta known for? During the American Civil War, it served as a strategically important role for the Confederacy. Okay, so homophobic. Wait, no, but apparently it was a huge thing for American civil rights movement. Well, what the fuck? All right, right down the middle, bit fruity. Colorado Springs, Colorado. I still don't know much about Colorado as a state, so I'm just gonna say whatever I gave Denver. Omaha, New England. Omaha's an interesting name. I feel like it's a little bit of a fruity name. Bit fruity. I can't pronounce that name, so I'd say it's pretty gay. Virginia Beach in Virginia, believe it or not. I feel like places with beach in the name are generally a little bit more homosexual. Let's go with pretty gay for that one too. Long Beach, California, that's flaming. Oakland, that's flaming. Miami, Florida. That's an odd one, actually. I feel like Miami in Florida is the equivalent of like San Antonio in Texas. It's in the middle of like a place that's pretty homophobic, but everyone there is extremely gay. Let's go with pretty gay. Minneapolis, Minnesota. When I think of Minneapolis, all I think about is the racism. Okay, I'm checking the Wikipedia page and I'm seeing a bunch of shit about anti-Semitism and racism, so I think homophobia is a good label too. Tulsa, Oklahoma. My gut reaction is to say homophobic, but I don't know if that's fair. I'll say straight. I'll say straight, but on thin ice. I'm gonna make that a new tier. Bakersfield, California. Southern California, so it's flaming. Both in temperature and homosexuality, probably. Tampa, Florida, homophobic. And finally, Wichita, Kansas? Is that Kansas? That is Kansas, okay. I'm gonna say a bit fruity because I like the name. That's the only thing I'm going off of there. Well, everyone, now it's the top 50 cities in the States tiered by how gay they are. As a reminder, I know little to nothing about cities in America. I am a willfully ignorant Canadian when it comes to this shit. And like I said before, if I got your city wrong, good. Special thanks to Gordon, Hakai Mono, and Foxy Boy for being on my Patreon. You guys are very cool and all that fun shit. And hopefully by the time this video goes up, I'm gonna have a Patreon exclusive. That's right, a video you won't see anywhere else. And it's not just because the video I filmed before this sucks shit. All right, have a good day, sluts.